Morning, it's Julie here, Julie Reid, Portfolio. Just coming to you from the garden. It's been gorgeous here in Scotland, just the last couple of days really. But I wanted to just dive straight into you and talk a little bit about what a portfolio is. So it's a question that I get asked a lot, usually by parents, usually when I'm mentoring students, maybe on the first occasion that we meet, or even on the phone before we've actually met. And it's something that I probably completely bypass. It's probably an aspect of what I do that I just take for granted that people know what it is. So when I get asked that question, it kind of really does take me back to, having to really think, gosh, yes, if you aren't sort of in the industry, if you aren't in the creative world, if you're not a teacher, if you're not a student, the reason it's often asked by the teachers, by the parents, is that if you're an art student or if you're at college or at school doing art, then you probably have a fair idea what the portfolio is. But if you're a parent and you don't work in the creative industries and you don't have an understanding really about the creative world, then it may be, it is. It's a very sort of genuine and valuable question. What is an art portfolio? Well, an art portfolio is many things, and it can be schoolwork that you're producing. So I'm just having a quick cuppa in the sun. So it can be the schoolwork that you're producing, and it often is the schoolwork that you're producing. So if you're at school and you're studying your advanced hires, or you're doing hires, or you're doing A-level or any other syllabus that is the kind of last stage of being at school, then your portfolio will probably predominantly be your schoolwork. But over and above that, the colleges want to see that you're putting in extra effort on, doing things extra to schoolwork. The colleges view schoolwork as being stuff that you've been asked to do by your teachers, which of course it is, but they want to see work that has been self-initiated, been projects that you've kind of taken upon yourself to do, because they're going to be the projects that say something about you rather than the projects that are what the teachers have asked you to do, the self-portraits, the still lives, the kind of technical stuff that's demonstrating your drawing skills in response to an exam paper or the SQA brief or the A-level syllabus. So what I would say to you is that yes, your schoolwork is and can be part of your portfolio, but I wouldn't leave it at that, and that's why I exist. Is really to try and encourage students to do more than their schoolwork, because it's those students who do more than their schoolwork who get the places, and it's those students that get the places at the top colleges, the really competitive schools, that are the ones who are really going over and above what they're being asked to do at school. So what else might your portfolio be? Yes, it will be schoolwork, it will be extra projects, but it depends what your interests are. And I think your portfolio should really have and show a bit of you. And that's quite difficult to describe, and I find it difficult to describe when I speak to students face to face, but it should communicate something about you that makes it different from the next person's portfolio. So if you're really interested in, I don't know, for example, hill walking, maybe you love climbing Munros, you go hill walking, and that's something that you do, you're quite passionate, you do that at weekends and evenings and then how can you get that across in your portfolio? How can you demonstrate that love, that passion, that real strong, the things that you experience, the feelings that you experience, the things that you see perhaps when you're doing this walking? How does it make you feel? Does it feel you energized? Who do you go with? Which friends do you go with? Do you go on your own? This kind of trying to drill down into something extra that is about you, that gives them some information about you, is really important. And I would say to you, if you don't have that in your portfolio, then you're going to be seriously disadvantaging yourself. Trying to think, and it can include photography, and it can include video, it can include time-lapse photography. Maybe you want to have an app on your phone and you're taking photographs every so many minutes. It doesn't have to be drawing and painting. If you're applying for textiles, it doesn't have to be only textiles. Your work, if you can see your work as being the kind of theme, the idea being the most important thing, the theme being the most important thing, rather than seeing that the technical ability is the most important thing, which is how a lot of the portfolios I see, they revolve around producing your very best drawing, your very best finished piece, how well you use your acrylic paints, how well you use your pastels or whatever material it is. It's very much, from what I'm seeing a lot from the schools, it's very much about the technical ability, whereas I'm coming from the angle of, yep, technical ability good, you're learning all that, but what are your ideas? How are you thinking? How are you making connections? Which artists are you looking at? Okay, I'm rambling now. I'm getting really excited. This is the bit I really love. And this includes, you know, your portfolio should include sketchbooks. Sketchbooks are the most important thing in my eyes. Not the most important thing, but they weigh at least 50% for me. They should be at least 50% of the portfolio. Should the interest, the excitement, the ideas that are in your sketchbooks are as important for me as the finished pieces, because that's where your ideas generate. It's like a little incubator. Your sketchbook should be like a little incubator where you're kind of loving and working and giving all this attention to your ideas in the sketchbooks, and then, you know, the stuff that's in your actual portfolio will be work that is a little bit more refined. It might be development work, ideas that you've started to develop, and ideas that you've taken through to a finished piece. So I hope that helps to answer your question of what is a portfolio. If you've got any questions, if I haven't answered the question and I've just been rambling, I hope that helps you. And again, every individual is different. You know, I can't tell you exactly now what should be in your portfolio. I can't see your portfolio. But yeah, if you've got any questions about your portfolio, specific questions about your specific portfolio, then stick them in the comments. And I will answer them, or I can answer them just now if you're here and you want to ask them. So yeah, quick start Monday morning, get cracking. What could be in your portfolio? I'm going to do another Facebook Live later about clearing, UCAS clearing. Some of you are unfortunately in the position of having no offers. It's not the end of the world. Sorry, not clearing, UCAS Extra. Gosh, we're not even in clearing yet. I'm going to do a Facebook Live later on UCAS Extra. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But anyway, hope this is finding you well, and I'll catch up again with you later. Bye.